One of the things that we could definitely talk about is the legit failure of the Secret Service in this whole assassination plot. Have
Is it a
y'all?
failure or is it a success?
Uh,
Mm,
I don't get
Don't
it.
let that go over your head.
Too late.
Let
mm.
that go over your head.
It's
Listen,
too late.
but
What is the
was it a failure or a success when Steven Spielberg let the shark go crazy in Jaws?
What
That's
are you
deep.
talking about?
You
What
get it
is?
right, Martin. You
Yeah,
get
I'm with you 100%.
it. Yeah, yeah. I sat here and I argued with Martin. I argue with Papo if he's here, or I don't know who he is. Um, as videos have come out, as I let time progress, I'm starting to think that maybe Donald Trump went down. He had a little blood pack from his friend Vince McMahon. Put a little bit of blood on him. Got right back up. He took a little performative arts class. I I'm not buying it. It don't look like an assassination attempt no more to me. That's all I'm saying.
You falling for all that? You falling for all that?
Falling is crazy. You know who was
Yeah, falling
falling?
is
The
crazy.
president, the ex-president. He was falling.
Yeah, he was the current one too. I disagree. I mean, I have been wondering a lot about that also. Um, but the thing is that there's so many other examples in the past of like the Secret Service just really dropping the ball that it's not like out of pocket for it to be the case that this happened. I don't know. I was thinking that also, but this would have to be like some type of crazy conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
Um,
kind of like how
and
they killed Malcolm X, right? It would have to be something like that.
that doesn't fit this type of conspiracy. Those are two different. The people that wanted him down. So this would be a conspiracy for the people that wanted him to stay up.
I don't know. I don't know who did it. I've got my
Yeah.
facts in order. It's
So
just, there's a video. There's
there's
a
a video.
video
Yeah.
where we get to count a whole 2 minutes. Uh,
Hmm.
there's been information released that the sniper dude on the roof that kills him had eyes on him for like a while before he even shot his shot.
Also, I don't know if this is true, but they said that somebody, like a cop or some sort of
Yeah,
law enforcement saw him, and the guy pointed a rifle at him, and he was like, "All right, chill."
yeah. He
And
was like
then
this,
didn't say anything
like this,
afterwards.
and then the cop was like, "Hey," he was like, and the cop was like, "You're right, you got it." That You know
Right.
what? I ain't mad at
Different
the
gun than
cop.
me.
I ain't mad at the cop. That happened to me one time, right? I was getting into a fight with a guy over parking, and then he pulled out his gun. And I was like, "Hi, it's your parking." That's crazy. My bad.
Wait, really? He really did that?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was. I
snap.
was like, "What a misunderstanding." Um,
He pulled
yeah,
a gun out on you, bro?
yeah, that happened. That was
Yo,
When
that's
did this happen?
insane.
Why didn't you say
Yeah,
anything
why
to
why
us?
didn't I know about this?
I was still at Baruch, so
Oh, it was a
before
long time ago.
2018, but I didn't drive until 2016. So it's in that 2 year window.
Yo, that's insane. Of
Yeah,
course
he
you
had
would
his
have a
girl.
story like that.
He had his girl in his car too, and like this what really got me. Where I was like, "Oh, you should probably back off." Is his girl was like, "Yo, you always do this," and I was like, So as I sympathize with that police officer, you get a rifle pointed at you. I just imagine that you like, all right,
I
that's somebody
mean, I
else.
mean, theoretically, he may have been the reason why Trump didn't pass away because right after he came back, apparently he fired off the shot. So his aim might have been off because the cop came up. So I mean, obviously it's just a theory, but we're not
Now
sure.
there's a video though of that you can see it. They show like the line of where the bullet was and where it could have been, and Trump does like a little head tilt right
Yeah,
before. So
yeah.
like, yeah,
So this
almost
is
like someone told him to do that.
I think it's too perfect. Plus, a lot of the details of how Trump's reaction to all of this is kind of like throwing me off too. So this is a diagram basically that was released. Um, of what it looked like. Obviously, you can see here. This is where the shooter is, or where he was, and the line from him to the stage where Trump was, which was over here, is about 130 yards. Apparently, that is not that far at all for a sniper, especially if you're a sniper that was trained. Now, what's
Was he
crazy to
trained?
me, no, it doesn't seem like he was, which I'm going to get into like exactly who he was, his name, all that stuff in a second. But
Yo, I ain't
he's
gonna hold you. Everybody's saying that's close, and I get it. I'm not a sniper, so it probably is close. That don't look close to me. Like it don't really look that close to me.
no, it doesn't. It's not gonna look close to us. We were never trained in that way, but this isn't something. Apparently, everyone's saying this isn't something crazy. Um, and even though he wasn't trained, he was still able to get his ear. You know. Um, so I mean, what does that tell you if you are trained? And like, what's crazy is that Secret Service snipers are right here, like right here.
Yeah, and
So it's
they're
about
looking
the
that way.
same distance.
They were already looking that way in that video.
Right, exactly. They were already looking that way. Now, apparently, this goes uphill a bit. I could try and find the video of that guy that you're talking to about. There was this guy who was speaking, who pointed him out. He spoke to BBC News,
Hey,
and
yo.
he said that he this is crazy. You could have let that go. You could have let that go. But basically, he was saying that they were outside of the rally in the area of the grass, somewhere on this hill, and they were pointing for like 2 to 4 minutes, something like that. They were pointing the dude on the roof. They saw him army crawling and everything with the gun, and they were pointing him out for like almost 5 minutes. Well, let's not speculate, 2 to 4, and pointing him out to cops. He saw Secret Service was looking in that direction. They were trying to get their attention to let them know that he was on the roof. And within a few minutes later, the shots start ringing out. They're really calling this whole thing a failure. There's a lot of people bringing up past issues with Secret Service as well.
I mean, if it's not staged, then yeah, Secret Service did a really bad job. The moment that I saw that interview with the Trump supporter, and they all were like agreeing with him and corroborating with his story, saying like, "Yo, yeah, we pointed this guy out. I'm not even Secret Service, but we pointed him out." That's wild that the Secret Service didn't see that coming. That's a
Yeah.
really crazy situation. I don't think there's no reason that Trump needed to do this. So I feel like there's hardly a motive because he was already up in the polls, and Sleepy Joe was already sleeping. You feel me? Like he was wilding out. So I don't understand why he needs to do, like, if it was staged, why he needed to do this to solidify himself in this situation. But it also just seems like it's a horrible job being done protecting him. It's
Yeah.
wild that other people saw him. Law enforcement was there and they saw him. Everything is confirmed, and yet shots still was getting ringing out. The fact that anything is hitting the former president is wild. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
And it's
That's my
crazy
point.
because apparently this hasn't been done since like Reagan, I believe. And I think that was like 40 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, when there wasn't no women's Secret Service.
Yeah, I think that has to be when everything went downhill, essentially.
When that woman, when
I
that
just got
woman.
I just got one word for y'all. It was a setup. It was high class entertainment.
It was high entertainment. It was WWE.
Hey, hit a glass shatter again from the teleprompter.
This dude, yo, you're
Nah,
hilarious.
like I don't know. I don't know if it's a setup or not, but if there's one guy in whose team would set it up and have casualties, it's Big Donnie.
Well,
Big Donnie.